Hi, welcome to Truth with Tal and Isaac. I'm Tal.
I'm Isaac.
Episode number 41 coming at you today.
Stop yelling.
Sorry, a little loud. Best 41 of all time. Disco Dirk Nowitzki. He's tough to beat.
Is he the only 41 who is worth mentioning?
No, Wes Unseld.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple good ones. Episode 41, this is what we're talking about tonight. The Lions after 5 games.
Love it.
Heartbreak.
Love it. No, I love it.
Fun. NFL hot takes after 5 weeks. And the all-time best sports jerseys. We each have a little list. We're going to compare. Obviously, my list will be superior to Isaac's because everything I do is superior to Isaac.
You made me. You played a big part of that, so.
It's a good point. Okay, fair enough. A lot of off-the-top stuff because we have been a while
Let
since
me address
we
two
recorded.
big off-tops.
Sure.
The Kyrie situation is super interesting and developing every day.
Yep.
We're not going to talk about that today, I don't think. Because, honestly, we could talk about that for hours.
We might as well jump into it. Kyrie for Simmons. Your Philly.
No. If I'm Philly, no.
Okay, I agree.
Simmons, so, Kyrie we'll talk about next episode. Next episode, we'll do NBA.
Yep.
Simmons we'll talk about next episode in NBA. The other thing here is the Gruden thing.
Yeah.
That's another thing that we can spend hours on. We can briefly touch upon it. And if people really want to hear about it, because it is, I don't want to say interesting, but like people might want to hear us talk about it.
Sure.
And if you
It's
do,
a very,
let us know.
very interesting topic.
So that's what I got.
Yeah, I had actually both of those to mention as well. MLB playoffs. We're not going to get into too much depth tonight. We're recording this on Thursday night, which is Game 5 of Dodgers-Giants, which is arguably two of the best teams in history to play each other in this round, right? This is the first round.
By the time you finish, the game will just be starting, so that works out. And you're going to be going to bed, so...
No, I took a little nap before we recorded tonight, so that way I can stay up for a few innings.
Respect.
Yeah, it's important.
Naps, underrated.
Oh, naps are so underrated.
And they're probably rated like a 9. I bet they're rated a 9 out of 10.
But the key is, like, if you have 15 minutes available for a nap, you need to sleep for 14 of those 15 minutes, right? Like if it's 7 p.m. and you got until 7:15, you need to hit the Z's right away. Okay. Naps. A couple other MLB fun stuff. The Houston-Buffalo series will be pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Lance McCullers, what's his name?
McCullers Jr.?
McCullers.
Yeah, he's sick.
He's injured. He's probably not going to play.
How long?
They said next round he's out. So if they make it to the series, then maybe he comes back.
Or the championship series. Right?
This is the championship series.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. That's
Anyway,
big.
like in a couple of years, we're going to be talking about how how Casey Mize is a little dinged up heading into the championship series. So don't worry about that.
Yeah.
That'd be so awesome.
It's going to be like when JV went into Oakland and pitched that complete game. You remember that a few years ago? Mize is going to have that. He will.
Mize is going to do that. Yep. Anyway, MLB playoffs is fun. You should watch it. I don't really pay much attention to regular season other than the Tigers, but playoffs we watch.
October baseball's sick.
Yeah. Pistons preseason. Cade needs to play, right? Like Cade.
They're being
Pistons
super
have
careful.
Cade Cunningham, right? You know that?
Who?
Cade Cunningham.
Oh, he's new. Okay.
Yeah, he's new. He's awesome.
Look him up, guys. He's so good.
Killian's hurt. Saban Lee hit 4 3-pointers. Did you watch some of that?
Yeah. Did you watch any of his threes?
No, not 1 second.
Stroke looks bad. I know he was 4 for 4. His stroke looks terrible. But he was 4 for 4.
Okay.
Right? So if he can knock down...
Yeah, my stroke looks bad, and I'm generally 4 for 20. Maybe. Wide open.
In the corner,
pass.
4 for 20 is not terrible. You're probably around there.
Yeah.
That's okay. For a non-shooter,
it's tough. Wait, I have a story.
Yeah.
Basketball driveway story. So Raven Trainer, who's our neighbor, came, and she's going to school in Rochester, New York. She came home for Canadian Thanksgiving with her boyfriend, 21-year-old dude.
Yeah, I know.
So
you don't tell me.
Well, I'll tell our fans. They're probably a little bit excited about
Team
this.
Tal's so pumped right now.
Yeah, so 21-year-old dude, pretty decent shape, like good handles, and we're just kind of shooting a couple buckets because he was in their driveway just dribbling a basketball. So I invited them over. So we're shooting a little bit, and he says, "Do you want to play one-on-one?" Well, I'm not going to turn down a challenge. So what do? You go inside, put on the goggles, right? Because you need the goggles.
Shadow Kareem.
Yeah, shout out Kareem and James Worthy.
Yeah.
And I took him to school. He just couldn't handle the
What
moves.
was the score? The real score, not the exaggerated.
No, like 5-1, 5-3.
Oh, wow. It was a series. I thought it was just one game.
7-5.
So you let him get a couple buckets in the final game?
No, he could shoot. Like, he could do step backs. But I played good. Like, here's the thing. I'm used to guarding Isaac, and Isaac can really shoot, and he's got good handles.
He cannot guard me, just so that's very clear. Hasn't been able to for a couple years. A few years. No, you cannot. Dude.
I could, for small stretches, I could check you pretty well, but now it's harder, right? It's just physically, it's tough, right? You can hit step back threes, because I have to stay close to him.
I'll dunk on you, too.
You can't dunk.
I can touch a backboard, though. So it's pretty much pretty much dunking.
Okay, good. I could touch the backboard, too, in 1989.
When?
I could probably touch
When did I ask?
Yeah, 1989. Okay, that's my little driveway basketball.
Team Town Nation.
Don't mess with old, and I was sweating, and I took him to school.
They're going nuts right now, for sure.
Yeah.
I can see them.
Yeah. Okay, Pistons, MLB playoffs. How dumb is Kyrie? Michigan and Michigan State college football.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So I watched a bit of Sparty last Saturday. They've got some weapons. Oh my gosh.
Well, they've got that speed receiver, right?
Receiver and the running back.
Running back's supposed to be awesome, too.
Yeah, they are going to be tough. But listen, it's great to see the Big Ten doing well. Do they have 5 teams in the top 10?
Yes.
We went through this, right? Iowa, Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan,
Sparty.
Michigan State.
Yep.
Wow, 5 of the top 10.
That's
Good for them.
unbelievable.
I still think Alabama's probably going to win out and come back and win, because that's generally what they do. But
yeah, they just got to make the playoff. Right?
Yes.
Win out, make the playoff, and then they will win it all.
Okay, one more Michigan announcement. Jet Howard.
Who's good?
Like the other son, I don't know his name. He plays on the...
Jace?
Okay, Jace Howard. Yeah, that might be it. He's like their 11th guy or whatever, but Jet Howard was like a top 30 or so.
You watch any
prospect.
tape on him?
No.
Watch 2 minutes of tape.
Okay.
He's just like super fun to watch, shoot the lights out, but he's a big, strong finisher, good passer. He's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Wolverines basketball is going to be so much fun to watch next couple years.
It's family business.
And we want Juwan to stay here. Like, he's going to be wooed by the pros, but we want him to just build a culture at Michigan.
Once he gets his chip, he can leave, and he'll get it in a couple years. No,
I don't know.
I have not experienced much winning, especially in Michigan, so I will take my chip.
Okay, that's true.
Right?
Yeah, like the Raptors. Kawhi gave him a championship, and it was okay for him to leave.
Yeah, but he did it in a stupid way. Hopefully, Howard doesn't do it in that.
I mean, left in a stupid way?
Yeah. Went to soft punk
You want to
team.
go home.
Yeah, bum.
Okay, Isaac wanted another full segment on this topic.
Dude.
But I don't think we're going to make it a full segment, but Isaac wanted just to give a WNBA Finals update. Isaac,
you don't have to throw me into...
Go ahead. It's good. Like, it's Diana Taurasi's sweet. And Swift, what's her name?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, Nancy Lieberman-Klein, awesome. Good handles. I guess that's our WNBA
Candace
Finals
Parker.
update. Candace Parker, yes, she's good.
Yeah.
Swift, Cheryl Swift. No, Cheryl...
DeAndre?
No. Reggie's sister. Yeah. Cheryl Miller. She could ball in the 80s.
Okay, so could Reggie Miller.
Reggie could too. Okay. Anything else off the top?
No.
Okay. Want to jump in and talk about the Lions? Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. I'm just going to go on for a minute or two.
Yeah.
You need to have your expectations set with the Lions.
100%.
Right?
Good take.
So they rip your heart out and frickin' tie it to the back of your car and drive on the 401 to London and back. That's what they do. If you expect anything less than that, then you're misguided. Expect to get beat up.
What did Darwin say? Anything that will go on, anything that can go wrong, will go wrong? Who's that? That's not Darwin. Who's that?
I don't think that's Darwin.
Who is it? It's someone smart. Some smart person said that.
Socrates?
No.
He's smart.
No, I'll get it. Keep talking.
Okay, I'll keep going. So here's the thing. When Baltimore's going down the field and they're lining up for a 66-yard field goal.
Murphy. Shout out Murphy.
Okay. Yeah. We actually laughed and cried at the same time.
Oh, we were chuckling. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just like, this is it.
This is how
it's going to happen. Justin Tucker, shout out, right? That was a big kick. They competed against Chicago and then Minnesota. I give Dan Campbell lots of credit, right? He went for it. Question is, should he have kicked the extra point? Minnesota wouldn't have been aggressive, go to overtime. I don't think so. Basically, Detroit is the underdog in every game they're going to play.
He knew they were going to lose an OT.
Well, probably like, if you look at it, like a 62% chance of them losing an OT, and there's probably a 52% chance of them converting on the 2.
Actually, I don't know how much stats Campbell's looking at like that.
No, he's not. But he's got a guy like me in his ear who's saying, okay, coach, here's the deal. And he's like, screw you, Chudner. I'm going for 2.
Leave him out there.
Yeah, leave him out there. Here's my question for you. Well, actually, 2 questions. One, do you like the emotion that Dan Campbell showed in the press conference? I'm sure everybody's seen the press conference where he cried, talking to his players and all the hurt.
Do I answer that now? Or?
Yeah, answer that now.
Yeah,
I have a follow-up.
You can say that he's not as smart or as football-y as Sean McVay. Fine, I'll give you that. When was the last time Detroit had a coach like Campbell who would cry and
that much passion?
Patricia, no. Caldwell, who was a good coach, no. Schwartz, no. They can keep going. There's not
Wayne Fonts. Actually, you don't know Mariucci? Wayne Fonts? No.
So no. I love it, and I think he's the man, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them win and seeing him be on the other side of these.
Okay, good take. Yeah. Next question: can a team really be bad and still be well coached?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
And I agree with you. Right? Lions are 0-5, and I think they're well coached.
They're as good as an 0-5 team as you can be.
Yeah, they fought hard with San Fran in the opening. They fought hard with Chicago.
They're up on Green Bay at half.
Yeah, who do they have? They have
Cincy this week. Okay, actually, let me chime in.
Okay.
They have 0 wins. They've got 5 winnable games the rest of the year, assuming things stay like they're looking.
When you say winnable, like the point spread won't be more than 3 or 4.
Bengals, Eagles, Falcons, Bears, Vikings.
Could.
They can beat 3 of those teams, I think.
Could, yes.
So I think you're looking at least 3 wins, I want to say. That might be a little optimistic. But I feel like they can beat...
At the beginning of the season, what did we say? We said the over-under?
We said 4.
Yeah.
They're going to win Thanksgiving home against Chicago. I'm just saying that right now. I stand by that. That might be their first win, but they will win that game.
Okay. Let's actually just look at things in totality for a second. Jeff Okudah, not spectacular, but he's out for the year. Cephas, wide receiver, out for the year. Ragnow, arguably the best center in football, out for the year. Okora, best pass rusher, out for the year. They just don't have enough.
Tyrell Williams hasn't played all year.
Tyrell Williams hasn't played all year. Concussion, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it must be a bad one because he's been out for
Trey Flowers has been dinged up. Taylor Decker's missed some games. Goff is about what we expect. Like there are 24 quarterbacks in the league better than Goff.
Right? He's around there.
Who's he better? Now, there's some starters that have been injured, so...
It's tough to say now, yeah.
Like, who's Houston's quarterback?
Davis Mills.
Right? Goff's better than him. Goff's probably better than some of the rookies right now.
That's tough to say. Probably, but...
So, the problem is the Lions are dinged up, and because they don't have a lot of depth, these injuries really show themselves more. They came in with the worst wide receivers in football, the worst linebackers in football. And
easily.
Some of the worst cornerbacks.
Secondary is actually the one thing that this year is terrible.
No, the safety. What's the safety? Walker?
Trace Walker's been awesome.
He's been really good. He's rated super high.
And he has actually, because sometimes ratings are a little goofy, and it's the guy's rated high, and you look at him and say, he didn't play that great. Trace Walker's actually
he's making plays. Yep. So Lions fans, your expectations need to be realistic. They're going to win... We'll say between 2 and 4 games this year. Right? I don't think they're going to be... honestly, as long as they win a game, I'll be okay.
Oh, I said... So Deo made a bet on every single game. Like, he did a parlay with every game this weekend. Put $10 down, returns, whatever. A ton of money. And he bet the Lions to win this weekend, Cincy. So what I want is the Lions to go 1-16, beat Cincy, so my buddy can make his bet and then buy me ice cream.
Me too. Dale, I'm in for ice cream.
So 1-16, beat the Bengals, then lose out.
Yeah. Can my ice cream be lactose intolerant? Okay.
Might as well get frozen yogurt.
Frozen
ice cream.
Yeah, Frogurt. So much fun.
So overrated.
Oh, no. If you go to those places where you can put all sorts of crap on top, it's good.
Overrated.
No.
Go to Dollarama. Yeah.
Why would I go to Dollarama for ice cream?
No, because you can get all the good toppings there for far cheaper than what a frozen yogurt
That's true.
Place.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money. Okay. Anything else we want to talk about the Lions?
Running backs, look.
Oh, running backs, take and run the ball. They're tough. They're good.
The best running game for easily 20 years, like since Barry and 98.
And they hit like
both Swift and Williams
can
run and can move. What else do I have?
Next year they're going to have a very good running game. I still don't think they're going to have a very good passing game next year, but that's okay.
Assuming you keep Goff and you keep these bum receivers, then yeah, probably.
Yep.
St. Brown actually showed some flashes. He'll be good, I think.
He's a good third receiver.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep. And it's possible that Cephas develops into a good number 2, but they're going to have to draft a number 1.
Eventually, yeah. I don't care about receivers.
Then that's a couple years away. Okay. Anything else, Lions?
No. Best case scenario is happening, right? They're losing and it's
They're
entertaining.
entertained. They're like the Pistons.
It's exactly like Detroit.
Perfect. Okay. That's an excellent take, Tal. Well, thank you, Tal.
Well, it's not that much of a...
It's not a stretch.
No,
I'm probably not the first one to say it.
Probably every person in Detroit who's watched sports past 2 years said that.
Yep. Okay, NFL hot takes after 5 games. I'm just going to throw out a few things and we'll discuss it. How is Brady still so good? He's 44 years old.
44. Actually, so Brady's awesome. I'm going to take that and I'm going to make it MVP. So I think there's five guys that are thick in the MVP race right now.
Hang on, you keep talking. I'm going to write down.
So the 5 guys that
No, not yet.
Oh my god. Alright, so he's currently writing down, I think, what he thinks my names are. Is that what you're doing?
No, just who I think the 5 guys are.
Okay. Can I say them?
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray.
Yes.
Josh Allen.
Yes.
Lamar Jackson.
No, I should have picked him.
Justin Herbert.
Yes.
So those are my 5 guys. As of right now, right? Mahomes, although Mahomes has been great this year, they're 2-3 or something?
they're not very good.
So
you can't have Mahomes. They crossed him out. I put Derrick Henry. Now, Jackson deserves to be in there. Who would Jackson bump? Hard to say. Whoever.
It's a quarterback's award.
Yeah, it's generally a quarterback.
Offensive player you give to Derrick Henry.
Yep. Good
That's
call.
what you do.
Yeah.
So I think Brady, Murray, Lamar, Allen, Herbert are all right there. I think Murray and Brady are at the top, though.
Okay, same topic. Question for you. You're starting a franchise. Who is starting a franchise? Not just for 2022. Who do you pick?
First overall?
First overall.
You still have to pick Mahomes. We talked about this a little earlier. You still have to pick Mahomes. But Herbert, who I am very high on.
Yeah, huge.
My take was aged pretty well.
Yeah.
Like I said a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Herbert would be my second.
My take about Christian McCaffrey getting 1,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards receiving, not a good
He
take.
might come back this week, though. He's nuts.
Yeah, he's awesome. But.
So I think Mahomes and Herbert, like I said last episode, go and take a look. I said they're going to be the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady of the next 15 years.
You did. Good take.
And that is going to look sick in 15 years, showing this to the public.
Yeah. VHS tapes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Beta Max. Okay, we already talked about Herbert, Mahomes. How good is Buffalo?
Really good. Defense looks good.
Defense looks pretty solid. Issue. Yep. I mean, KC, I still think has the most talent on any one team. You could argue, on any one side of the ball, their offense.
Yeah.
But KC's defense is terrible. They give them 40 points a game.
I was going to say, I think people calling the Chiefs are not going to make playoffs. Okay, the Chiefs are still going to make playoffs.
Chiefs are still going to make the playoffs.
Still going to contend. Their defense looks horrible. And no matter how good Mahomes is, the defense has to stop somebody.
Yeah. And listen, they're going to run into a tough team. Are they going to play?
Now let's look at that.
Baltimore. Are they going to have to play Buffalo in Buffalo? That won't be a lot of fun.
Contenders here, right? So I think there's 9 teams total that are contending in the NFC. Tell me if you agree. Bucks,
easily.
Rams.
Yep.
Cards.
Yep.
Pack.
Yes.
So I don't think Dallas.
We hate Dallas. Dallas sucks. They're a bunch of criminals. We hate them. I used to like them in 1980 when they had Roger Staubach and Ed 212 Jones, but now they're just thugs. Especially now that Tyrone Crawford is off of them. Mm-hmm. I think Dallas has to be part of that conversation as well. They are putting up some solid points. What's that cornerback, Diggs? He's awesome.
He just gets interceptions.
Nobody's good, too.
He's okay. He's not as good as people think he is.
Okay. I saw some good videos on TikTok of him.
Dude. Okay.
No, I don't watch TikTok.
I don't think Dallas is legit. Like I think they're gonna win their home playoff game against the wild card team, depending on who they play in the wild card. And then they're gonna get
part
their
of the
butt
problem
kicked.
is Washington. We expected Washington to have a good defense, and defense sucks.
And their offense isn't very good.
Philly's not very good.
Philly sucks.
Giants sucked, and now they've lost all their guys, so they really suck.
And then the AFC, Bills, Chiefs, Browns, Ravens, Chargers are the teams in the AFC that I think are contending. What do you got?
Okay, you want an update?
Yeah, brief update.
Yeah, so Tampa Bay 14, Philadelphia 7. So I give Philly some credit. Yeah, they Hurts touchdown pass to Ertz.
Cool.
It hurts when I fart. That's shout out to Andrew Oakley, I think, right?
From like 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's okay. It's still a good one. Good take.
So yeah, AFC, I have Bills, Chiefs, Browns, Ravens, Chargers in the AFC. I don't buy into anyone else.
So Browns that are not playing great, but are a really good team.
I still have faith in them. I think they're going to figure it out. Their running game is unbelievable. They're going to be able to throw the ball a bit eventually because they're going to load the box.
We're pretty close, except I unfortunately have to put Dallas on that list of somebody
Not a chance.
Who's pretty solid.
Win one playoff game, then get butt kicked. Watch. It's going to happen.
Okay.
They can't run with these top teams.
Jacksonville, so bad.
Hopefully they win a game. I don't want them to
Hopefully
get first.
they win a game.
If they get first overall 2 years in a row, that's just terrible.
Yeah, they
That's
should
a
not
joke.
allow that.
Unless,
of course, the Pistons do it. Yes. Good take.
The Pistons get first overall 2 years in a row, it's okay.
Hasn't Cleveland Cavaliers got like the first pick overall like 4 times in the last
Philly
decade?
did that for like a decade too. Right? I think Philly and Cleveland
Yeah,
just
but
swapped
that's because it was
years.
super tank.
What's Jacksonville
That's the
doing?
process. Oh, I don't think Jacksonville wants to be as bad as they are. But they made it a decision to... how's the Urban Meyer hire
Hey,
looking?
at least
good?
Campbell's good.
Yeah. He worked there a week and he's lost the entire team.
Entire team, yeah.
He's a dick.
He's a bad dude.
Right?
Bad guy.
Yeah, he was a bad guy in college, and they thought he was going to be able to take his winning ways to the pro. What's the billionaire like Shadiq Khan who owns Jacksonville?
Who you love, yeah.
He's a good dude. He's a really good dude. It's a good thing he's a billionaire because he's going to have to pay off more than the Raiders have to probably for Gruden. Although hopefully they're firing Gruden for cause and doesn't get any money.
I'm pretty sure he resigned.
Okay, sure. And
Which
that's what
makes
they may have
things-
said, but what they said is, okay, here's a check, John.
Well,
It is for
He signed
2 years.
He signed a $100 million contract,
Yeah.
and he just got
He has 6
fired,
years
resigned.
left. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
that's ugly.
yeah, and I think Myers signed a 5-year contract.
I don't remember, but I remember when they signed it, I said you should only do a couple years with Urban Meyer to start, or have a built-in clause, like a team option, if you can even do that. But
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, he's not going to be there
Nope.
for the...
They've lost 19
Long
games in a row.
I saw that, yeah. They posted something on Twitter, like, because they won the first game last year. They won the season opener last year. They posted something on Twitter, like, winning feels good, let's do it again. Ever since that tweet, haven't won since, which I think is awesome.
That's awesome. Jamar Chase, is he already Rookie of the Year?
Probably.
And I think so, just because he's still going to get lots of targets. He's already...
I thought Fields was going to be good.
None of these
think he
rookie
will be.
quarterbacks are any good.
Well, Wilson has shown flashes. They've all shown flashes, but
Yeah,
they're
but
in
they're
just awful
Completion
franchises.
percentages are in the 50s. They're getting the crap kicked out of them.
Yeah,
Most of them do not have very good weapons.
correct. Yeah,
No, San Fran.
it doesn't count
Is
though.
Kittle dinged up?
He's on IR, but Lance
Yeah.
is the backup though, right?
Yeah.
Everywhere else, the rookies are the starter now.
Yeah.
Lance is an actual backup.
Yeah. But pretty boy with long hair, Jacksonville.
Lawrence?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
On the Thursday night game, he looked.
we
real
did
good.
watch him a little bit and made some good throws and rushing for first downs.
He's not as
pretty
good as Burrow though.
No, he's not as good as Burrow. I don't think so.
Burrow's
Burrow
sick.
the chase for the next decade. That'd be cool to watch.
That will be, yeah.
Okay, so we got another douchebag who's pretty good. The douchebag's name?
There's so many. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers.
Quarterback. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Good call. Very
Nice.
good. He's good. He's got great touch. He makes good passes.
He also has the best receiver in football.
He targets Adams so much. Like, you would think that people would be able to
It's unbelievable.
figure out a way to not to, and like red zone targets. Man,
Not red zone, goal line.
Goal line. Yeah, not red zone. Not at the 18. At the 18-inch. Aaron Rodgers is a bitch, but still really good. When did Big Ben turn 60? I don't recall the 60th birthday party.
I think it was the off-season.
Okay, so he must have did some Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure Time Warp thing.
Yeah, good call.
Because I thought he was going to be pretty decent this year. Like he's obviously slowed down, but now it's like he's walking with a cane.
I thought he was going to be okay, and then I watched him, and he looks awful. Right? I said he's going to retire at the end of the year. I stand by that. I think he's going to retire.
Yes.
I think Ryan might. Big Ben definitely will.
Yep. Lots of bad kickers.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you know what? You need to pull out your kicking leg again.
Honestly, I saw something. It's like
so many PATs missed.
How do these kickers not convert at a higher percentage? Like, there's so many guys out there that can kick, and the guys that are on the teams can't kick. It's interesting. Yeah, I might have to go and get the tee and
we need to go back and
learn how to kick
some field goals. But overall, lots of really good games. There's a lot of, like, obviously Isaac listed 9-10 teams. And there's a lot of teams that maybe are not terribly good, but are still entertaining to watch. So every Sunday, there are several good games to watch.
Yeah, I said very entertaining games.
Yeah, like Philadelphia's kind of poop, but Hurts is going to make a couple things happen. But Tampa Bay's on. You want to watch Tampa. They're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good job, NFL.
Okay. Anything else, NFL?
Lots of injuries. So many injuries.
Yeah, lots of injuries.
More
we
than
talked
usual.
about that last time.
More than usual.
It's the way the game is played. It's not going to change. I mean, and I know they've tried to take away some of the kickoffs, so it's not necessarily special teams injuries, which they're less.
It's a lot of,
but just these plays.
It's just a lot of, like, pulled hammy out for 3 weeks or sprained ankle out for a month. Like, it's just, there's so much going. But big guys.
Hit so hard. Gronkowski, broken ribs. Tua
might be coming back.
Doing better.
I think he's playing this week.
Is he?
Hopefully.
Oh, that'd be good.
That's what Miami guys said.
That'd be good. Okay, all-time best jerseys.
Mm-hmm. I can give a little background here.
So there's so many good jerseys in the history of sports. We're looking at the 4 major sports. Like Manchester United's got a great jersey. I did not list.
I dip into college.
Do you dip into college?
Yeah.
I decided not to dip into college.
I did.
Just because...
Because I'm better.
No, because the 4 majors, you isolate and you just focus on the best. Right? College, there's some good ones, right? Notre Dame, Michigan, Penn State.
No, Penn State's
those
not
are
good.
Actually, I like Penn State too.
No, put a name or something. Put a word. Ridiculous.
Yeah. The Miami Hurricanes when they were criminals in the 80s. I like
yeah,
that.
I've seen those.
Those are pretty good.
When they were convicts too.
Oh my God. Catholics versus convicts. That was actually that was a 30 for 30, right?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. So what I did is I just threw the topic out to Isaac and said, okay, let's just pick some all-time best ones. Some of them are team specific and like
era.
I'll just say the Yankees as an example. The Yankees made my list. The Yankees have had the same uniforms forever, and they are great. Now, part of it is the Yankees, the best franchise in the history of baseball, so that helps a little bit.
Suckiest franchise.
But then you also have a couple of era-specific that, they maybe ran out in the 70s or 80s, and now what's happened is football in the last few years have brought back a lot of these alternate jerseys.
Basketball?
Jerseys. Yeah, basketball, same thing as well. And that's a lot of fun. So some of them are Yankees, and then some of them are Tampa Bay.
Don't say all yours.
No, I'm just saying 2. Tampa Bay Creamsicles in the late 70s.
Those were sick.
Those were awesome.
And they did bring them back a few years ago, I remember seeing
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did.
I'll do a post for each of us with all of the jerseys. Or I'll make you do yours so you get the ones you like. And then we'll post those, and you can see my far superior collection of jerseys that I'm.
What do you mean I'll do mine? No, you'll do the post.
Well, no, you have to tell me the pictures of the right jersey because I don't want to get the wrong one.
Oh,
and get in trouble.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's true.
So my first one off the bat, Pistons teal. I know you don't like it.
No, don't like them.
My generation, for whatever reason, thinks they're awesome.
I know,
and I'm included in that. I think they're sick when they bring them back, which they will.
I know they're going to
in the next few years. Cade is going to rock it. I think the teal era is great. I really I think it's so cool. And
people made fun of that jersey for years after it was done, but now it's made a comeback the last couple of years.
It aged well.
It did age well.
And I my next Cade jersey might be just an old teal jersey with Cunningham on it.
Okay, cool. So bat lead off, I already mentioned the Yankees pinstripes. Best team in the history of baseball, and arguably one of the best franchises in the history of sports. just classic pinstripes. Like when you say pinstripes, you don't even need to say the Yankees.
Good.
It's a great. I look at Derek Jeter and Reggie Jackson and think of those guys wearing the pinstripes. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Fair. My first college one, North Carolina hoops. The Carolina blue color is awesome.
It's awesome.
It is actually like pretty big and like you see it all over the place now. And I think Carolina blue is the actual like what it's called.
I think I agree with you.
And like Michael Jordan bias aside, they're just sweet jerseys. Even their football jerseys are like that. Seeing the Jumpman on it makes it 10 times cooler.
Yep.
So North Carolina, specifically basketball.
Okay, good. I'm going to use the second one that I mentioned, the Tampa Bay Creamsicles. Part of it is it's a fun
Look
jersey.
them up. People might not know those.
Yeah, you got to look it up. Look up Leroy Selman. He was a defensive end for Tampa, and those teams were terrible. That I think was the first winless team in the history of the NFL. They might have even been 0-14. It was so far
because the Lions were the first 0-16 team.
Okay, it was so long ago. So they had Leroy Selman and a bunch of punks with just these awesome jerseys. So look up the Tampa Bay Creamsicles.
Next, my other college one. This is too easy. Michigan. Especially Michigan with Jordan. Like I think the Jumpman makes it 10 times cooler.
Yep.
So you look at their football. There's so many. I think the Maze on Maze is sick. They don't wear them a ton. They did a few years ago. Maze on Maze I think is great. But
again, that's part of an atmosphere. The all-time winningest program in NCAA history. The Big House with 112,000 fans. They travel so well.
Basketball jerseys are sick too.
Basketball jerseys are awesome.
So all Michigan stuff.
Yeah, all Michigan stuff. Listen, I didn't do college, but obviously, like I thought about Michigan. Then I said, okay, I'm just going to do pros. Cannot argue with that take. Now I'm going to do the Showtime Lakers from the 80s. Mm-hmm. Really like those jerseys. Lots of fun. And again, you've got Worthy, Kareem, Magic Johnson, Cooper. Who's the goggles? Kurt Rambis. Byron Scott. Like, they were so
Little
good.
Vladdy.
Yeah, that was a little bit later.
Yeah,
Klay Thompson's dad.
Michael
Thompson was a good off the bench 4-5 guy. They were sweet. Bob McAdoo.
He was good.
He was really good.
He was with Memphis?
No, Bob McAdoo was like ABA first. And then he was a backup with the Lakers when they were winning.
It was a goofy team. Maybe it was the Clippers. It was like not what they are now.
Yeah.
Hockey, Pittsburgh Penguins jerseys I think are sweet. They've always been awesome. The yellow ones especially, very cool.
Yeah, they're cool.
And like you think Crosby. So the Pittsburgh Penguin jerseys, like the throwbacks are even cool too. Like the one Lemieux wore, like those are sweet too.
Yep.
But they really haven't changed a ton. Penguin looks a little cooler now than it did 50 years ago, but... Yeah,
I admit a lot of my list are the classic teams that have been around forever.
That's just lame and basic.
Okay, but Yankees,
lame.
Awesome. No, the Yankees are awesome. The Winged Wheel,
that's
Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a great jersey, and people that are outside Detroit love those jerseys. I think that's one of the reasons why the Wings travel so well.
Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, Cameron, exactly.
Cameron rocks the Gordie Howe jersey
from Chicago.
Yeah.
So Winged Wheel.
That's a good one. And again, has not changed much at all.
Nope.
Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Vegas Raiders, whatever. Again, have not changed much.
Yeah, silver and black.
Silver black is sweet. Silver helmet's cool.
Commitment to excellent.
Yeah. The Bo Jackson jersey compared to like what they wear now is very, very similar. So the Raiders ones.
I remember in the 80s when there was a defensive back named Gary Fensick who played for the Chicago Bears, and they said he was the second dirtiest player in football. Do you know who the first dirtiest
that crazy D lineman for Oakland?
No, it was Lyle Alzado. But basically they said the entire Raiders defense is dirtiest, and then Gary Fensick was second.
Fair.
Yeah, awesome. That's a good take.
Thank you.
I'm going to leave my favorite for last. The Toronto Raptors Dino. Again, that was one that people made fun of a little bit.
Really?
I always liked it because it's just cool. Damon Stoudemire. It was
VC,
fun.
like...
Yeah, Vince Carter.
The Vince Carter Dino cool. jersey. It's one of the most popular jerseys around. You see that all the time.
Oh, you see that all over the place.
Dino, Vince Carter.
Yeah,
and T-Mac as well.
Yeah, the fact that he was the Air Canada, he could fly, which was pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm. Miami Dolphins throwback. They wore them maybe last week, a couple weeks ago. was like, those are sick. They're a little
Those
different.
were awesome.
They're really, really nice. The Miami Dolphins throw.
They were like early 80s, right?
Yeah. Even their current ones are still great, but their throwbacks, nicest football jerseys out there.
Okay, I was going to say this one last, but I'm going to say it next because it ties into the Miami throwback. The San Diego Chargers powder blues.
Mm-hmm.
Love those. And again, Isaac's like, oh, like LaDainian Tomlinson. No, not LaDainian Tomlinson. Like Dan Feltz, Kellen Winslow Sr., John Jefferson. They were so much fun to watch.
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees was there for a little bit. Yeah. And he hurt his arm. Like, oh, he's not going to be any good. We'll stick. Who did they have?
I have no idea.
No. They kept quarterback. He played until Rivers.
Oh, Philip Rivers had for like a decade.
Yeah, so they had two spectacular quarterbacks on their team. But San Diego Powder Blues. And then if you haven't seen the highlights of the San Diego Miami game from like 1981, it was like...
I don't think most people
45, 41. It's one of the best NFL games of all time.
Thanks. Okay.
Look it up.
All right.
San Diego, Miami.
Okay.
Awesome playoff game. San Diego Powder Blues.
Another throwback. Oakland Athletics. Go to baseball. They're sweet green. Green and yellow is cool.
Yep.
Oakland A's, nice jerseys.
I like those jerseys.
Throwbacks even cooler. And they wear them a lot too, which I like.
Okay. I got to go with another classic, Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
Part of that is...
I like that.
I mean, most baseball fans, there's two places that you want to go see a game if you're a fan. Fenway and Wrigley. Listen, you sit in the stands at Wrigley and the bleachers. Everybody's wearing jerseys, drinking beers, having so much fun. I got to go with the Cubbies. Is it an atmosphere and historic? Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. But if I had to pick one off of a rack, I'm not picking, Miami's.
Okay, Miami Heat. The Vice jerseys.
Miami Vice. I knew you'd pick that one for sure.
So I loved these before Jimmy was there.
Yeah.
Like when D Wade was on his way out is when they started. And they started with like a black one, and they were sick. And they've made 4 or 5 Vice jerseys, and they have the Miami Vice font. Everyone knows them. I think I have 3 of them.
Those are really cool.
3 Jimmy Vice jerseys. They're sick. They're so cool. The ones last year probably the worst, even though I still kind of like the fade. And it's not going to happen anymore. I think they're done with it. But that is the nicest jersey in recent basketball history, without a doubt.
I like that one a lot.
They're sick.
Last one I have, another old school Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, I think you can only do so many basic ones.
I know, but I like them. Like if I have to pick a jersey, I'm going to pick a Guy Lafleur number 10.
Okay.
Right?
I'm picking Gordie Howe number 9, but...
Well, I did the wing wheel already.
Okay, thanks. Now, I don't know. The basic ones are nice and classic, and the Dodgers are sick too. I understand that, but the goofy ones, right? Tampa Bay Creamsicle, sick. Pistons Teal, like the goofy ones that only lasted a few years, are awesome. And they age well.
Yep.
Even at the time, like Teal at the time, no one liked. They're going to bring them back in 3 years, and everyone's going to love them.
You're right. Yeah, and especially like when the Pistons get good, like we can acknowledge that they're going to lose a lot of games this year. Yeah. Right? Like Andy McLeod thinks that they're going to be a 6th seed. Love Andy McLeod. But
sorry, coach.
Sorry, coach.
It's not happening.
Not going to happen. Hey, thanks for the music. Andy McLeod is doing a little music intro that we would play at the beginning of our episodes. We're on episode number 41. We don't have the music yet, but it should be here any second now. Yeah. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going to post this list, and we're going to vote on it.
Sure.
This will be tougher for me because obviously the Instagram crowd is a tad younger.
But they all love you.
Team Tal Nation. The classics, right? You got to go for the classics.
Send me, after when we watch the game, get your pictures and send them to me, and then I'll throw this up with the episode.
So I'm going to take pictures and send them to you?
You're not going to take them. You're going to look up Chicago Cubs jersey and send me the one you want.
Okay, and the player?
Sure.
Nice.
Sammy Sosa.
Rowan Gardner.
Henry. Okay. Anything else you got?
No. Next time we're going to talk a lot more about the NBA.
All NBA, probably.
Probably we'll make some predictions. We will talk about how the Lions lost in an unbelievable, tipped pick 6 kind of thing this week. They might win. Sure, they might win.
Burrow's injured too. They might win.
So we obviously do Lions predictions before every game. Daniela just picks Lions to win
Love
every
it.
game. And she seems to actually get some. She's got some crowd.
Yeah, so people like the upsets.
People like the upsets.
Everyone likes my parents more than me. It's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. We're cooler than you. University of Guelph hat. Shout out University of Guelph.
Shout out Staples, wearing my Staples shirt.
Yeah, Staples shirt and nice hat.
Popeyes.
Popeyes fried chicken.
That's
Yeah.
Evan's hat.
That's good. Hey, what's up, Evan? Have a good night, everybody. See you.